tell me why we were going on our little venture. As soon as we got on the road on our way to DC, we saw 3 cars chasing a car, like a movie almost. They were chasing, it was a runoff, and we're like, what? And then on our way down, we saw another police parked. I hope you enjoyed that vlog I just did, that mini little vlog I did, and that is just part 1. So I went to Washington, D.C., as you can see. The reason we were going to Washington, D.C. was for the sole purpose of seeing Jacksepticeye. And I don't know if you're watching this and you don't know who he is, but if you don't, you should go look at him because he is pretty dope and amazing. He's like, what, one of the top YouTubers. He's amazing. He's one of the best. The show was called How Did We Get Here? And it was pretty cool. And it was at Lincoln Theater. Here's my ticket. It was at the Lincoln Theater in DC. I just want to say, Jacksepticeye, I went in there not expecting what to see because I'm like, he's a YouTuber, a gamer, you know, what is he gonna really do? I'm like, I'm just gonna show, you know, we're just gonna see. He ended up being so hilarious. I did not know Jacksepticeye was that funny. Like, he is a freaking comedian. He is so funny. He had us laughing the whole time. You know, you don't realize someone's that funny when you're watching their videos. And then you see them in person and they're just hilarious. He was hilarious. Jacksepticeye show was amazing. I had a very great time. It was amazing. And if you should definitely go see him if you are thinking about seeing him, or if you have seen him, you know what I'm talking about, how funny he is, right? Or if you you should definitely, it's worth it. If you're going to go see him and you're wondering what he's going to do, he's going to be hilarious. That's what he's going to do. So I'm just going to explain some little things. So when we got there, we were in line. The line was like, we drove past the line and it seemed really short. And then as soon as we drove past, there was like a longer line down the alley. And we were like, oh my gosh. So we went around and we got in line in the alley. We weren't like all the way behind. We were actually in a decent place. We were early. So and over time we stood for minutes and minutes, and then 20, 30 hour, and then the line wrapped all the way around. It got really long. This person walked around asking to put gifts for him in there. I wasn't thinking about making a gift. My little sister did, but I really wasn't thinking about it. And I was like, I should have, I guess. I don't know. His tour bus was parked there and people kept coming out. It was pretty chilly outside. It was like a little chilly, but it wasn't that cold. We walked in and they checked our bags. I'm gonna explain every single detail. Let me just get to the point. The point is, it was an amazing show. I had really good popcorn. I smashed that popcorn. Me and my little sister stood in a merch line for about an hour. And we stood in line to get, I paid for hers, by the way, because she was like fiddling with the money, so I was like, I'm gonna just pay for it. I spent $90. Yes. Yes. I spent 90, yeah. Big sister goes, huh? Yeah. Yeah. I spent $90, and so, ooh, I just found in the hat. So I bought this hat afterwards. It's cute. It's so cute. So I bought in this shirt. How did we get here? It's really cute, nice merch, expensive as ever. My little sister got the poster. She got everything. She got the pen. She got everything. $90, all me. Can you believe? Anyway, and then we had, yeah, like I showed, we had these little things we had to hold up when he came out. It kind of reminded me of the Fall Out Boy concert that I went to. We had to hold purple ones up. But yeah, this one, we had to hold it up when he came out. He is hilarious. He's very funny. He's sassy. He's freaking dope, you know. He had people coming on stage playing games, and it was so freaking funny. Like I don't know, when he would have hope in them, and then they would die. He'd be like, really? I thought you were good at this game. And his accent, it sounds amazing in person. It's like just a little cute Ireland. When he came out, I was like, oh, look at Jacksepticeye. Like, I've always thought Jacksepticeye looks like an adorable little, I don't know, he has like an adorable face. And when I saw him, I was like, oh, his accent is so cute in person. He was just very funny. Like, he was like so funny. He had them come up play Happy Wheels, and that was funny. Happy Wheels is hilarious when he plays it, and so yeah, the people playing it. So one thing about DC, they have freaking road rage. And then when they would come up, he would give them a nickname, and I think one nickname he gave somebody was Titty Sprinkles. It was so funny, and he had this side of the audience say Titty, and this side of the audience say Sprinkles, and it was like, Titty, Sprinkles. It was so funny, guys. There's a lot I could say about this show and him, but I would be talking forever and ever. All the memories are in my head. I'm not going to talk about it for a long time. I really enjoyed the show. What else did he say? He basically talked about his life and stuff, and how he came on YouTube, and it was just amazing. So yeah, had a great time. Oh, and since there was parents in the audience, whenever he would like, he's like, is your parent in the audience? When he named someone Titty Sprinkles, he was like, is your parent in the audience? And he was like, I am so sorry. I am so sorry to the parents whenever he says something inappropriate with the kids. I was like, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. And then at one point he was like, I need everybody to shh for a moment. And then somebody decides to yell at as soon as he said shush, and he was like, he got on his knee on the stage. He was like, really? He was like so sassy. Like, he's hilarious. DC, they drive crazy. They were honking at us when we were sitting at a red light. I felt like I was being personally attacked. Like, we were sitting at a red light after the show. We came out, right? First of all, me and my mom and my little sister were standing outside on Lincoln Theater at night downtown after the show. We just standing thinking like, oh yeah, we're just waiting for a ride. This is so, I felt so uncomfortable. Like, it's anywhere downtown at night is uncomfortable, especially Chicago, freaking. But yeah, we were standing outside, and then he was like, this man, he was drunk, and he was like, he was just walking around us, circling us, just looking at us, smiling. I was like, he was being so weird. And then this other man walked up asking for change. Then this other man pulled up looking at us. Turns out he might have been an Uber, but he was just looking. And they were all being so weird. We were freaked out. It wasn't a good time. It was irritating. The show was good. After the show was creepy. DC at night is scary. I'm just saying. I mean, anywhere downtown at night is scary, but this was freaky. We were like so uncomfortable. Anyway, I've been there twice. This is the third time. Third time usually a charm, but no, this time it was irritating. I was ready to leave DC. DC was getting on my nerves. I was like, I hate DC because the way they were driving, parked at a red light, and you're gonna honk at us? Like, what? I mean, I do sound like a punk. But no, it was irritating. I was irritated. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention is, tell me why we were going on our little venture. As soon as we got on the road on our way to DC, we saw 3 cars chasing a car, like a movie almost. They were chasing, it was a runoff, and we're like, what? And then on our way down, we saw another police parked. But I'm like, okay, there's a police right there. Watch my dad do something weird. I mean, not because the police is there. My dad always doing, he didn't know where he was going, this way or that way. I'm like, please just go one way, don't swerve. And so the police behind, so my dad, the police pulls off as soon as we drive by. And I'm like, oh, great. I'm like, okay, they're following us. Nothing's going to happen. I'm like, okay. And then my dad is like confused where he wants to go. Then he cuts this way in front of the police. And I'm like, yep, we're getting pulled over. Yep, we're getting pulled over. And so she pulls us over, and I'm like, Dad, like I told you. And then I'm like, the red and blue lights, and I'm like, gosh, are you kidding me? And so we get pulled over. It turns out she only pulled us over for a tail light, and I'm like, oh, I thought you pulled us over because you thought my dad was drunk the way he was driving. So anyway, I'm like, she comes out, and she knocks, this lady comes and knocks on the window with the flashlight on the right side, which is weird because they're usually on their left, right? But it was on a highway, so I get it on the right. So she come knock real hard, and she's yelling. She's like, we had someone call 911 saying that a tail light was out, and this is the car. She didn't sound like, she was real loud though, all in my mom's ear. I'm like, why is she so loud? I tried to be all calm and content in the back. I was like, oh. My dad didn't know how to work the rental car. He's like, this is a rental car. So he spent like 10 minutes trying to work it. And when he finally got the lights to come on, she's like, you're all good. Have a great night. Drive safe. Yay. And I'm like, girl, you're not going to sit over and give me a heart attack almost. Almost gave me a heart attack pulling us over, thinking that we were in, like, trouble. That I literally thought that my dad was going to have to step out the car and do a drunk driving test, like where you walk on the line, whatever. Because the way he swerved, turns out we got pulled over for a tail light. Throughout this whole spring break, we got pulled over by 2 police and saw 3 police chasing a car. This trip was just all police. And I'll tell you about the other police story in the next video. I don't know, I'll tell you. All in all, the hotel was good. Bowie State University, we drove through it. It was pretty, it was nice. DC's pretty, not gonna lie. Jacksepticeye was amazing. Point of the story, moral of the story, he was amazing. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. This is just part 1 of my little spring break, but not spring break because I wasn't on spring break. This is just part 1 of my little adventure, so stay tuned.
Spending your evening with me. It means the absolute world to me that you all sit here and let me tell my
second favorite sexy pose.
Hi guys. How's everyone doing tonight? I'm gonna read you some poetry now. I'm fucking with poetry. What kind of poems would I? Thank you, backup singers. It cost $480,000 to hire those guys.
Funny story about this. So the boys, I've always grown up hearing the boys talk about Nando's and Niall loving Nando's so much, and I never ever been there. I never got to eat there, but I finally saw it in DC. It was amazing to see it in person. And here you can see me being weird as my normal self. Who told me it was okay to take about 5 of the same selfies?